What's going on, man? Today is my Sabbath. I really needed to take a Sabbath. I normally don't take a Sabbath. I need to get into the habit of taking a Sabbath. But if this is any other week prior to this week, we'll be at baseball. So I will be on the Sabbath. But I ordered a pool. I ordered one of them collapsible pools. It's like 82 inches long, 49 inches wide, and 14 inches deep. So it's way deeper than what I have here with these kiddie pools. But I'm trying to figure out where to put it. Now, this structure is here. I just tried to lift it. That thing ain't moving nowhere. It's solid. I got it in there solid. So this one here, I took the couple screws out that I had in. It's still not moving anywhere. I mean, it's still a solid structure for what it is. But I'm going to most likely take this one apart, put the collapsible pool in, which is way larger than what we have here for them, and it comes with a drain and all of that stuff, so I'll be able to hook up a hose and drain it and use it how I want to use it and get into the habit of that before I actually put in a hard lined pool. If I even need that, if these collapsible ones work, I'm going to figure out how to use that and save money for a few years before I build an actual duck pond, because I got a feeling I'm going to end up expanding this thing. Not that way, but more likely that way. But it'll probably go to that tree there, and then that'll be it. I mean, that's a big expansion for this space here. But anyway, just trying to get my ideas out and in my head and working them. But I feel like there's not enough natural looking things in here. I mean, I got this big old plant in here. It had squash bugs, so I said, why not feed the ducks? And they did a heck of a job removing squash bugs off of here, to where I only see one. And at this point, we're done with this plant ourselves. It can go right to the ducks like it is. The feeder, I want to build a cover for the feeder, or maybe that'll just work. I mean, they still go underneath there and eat. But my main thing is, how do I get more landscaping in here? Hardscaping, I guess, is what hardscaping is rock thing. Anyway, I need to pull more logs and things of that sort in here to give me that look that I'm looking for without overcrowding this thing. So once that pool come in, I get the pool in, I'll reconfigure this structure around the pool. I finish up this structure, and we'll just go from there. I do have a couple logs over there that are like these big ones down here that I'm definitely going to bring over here so far. So maybe I'll start with that and see where things go from there. The other thing, out of this grouping, sounds like we only got 2 hens out of the 6. The rest of them are sounding like drakes. And like I said, out of here we got 4 out of 7. I wish we had a little more even of a split out of this 6, but we don't. So we'll be deciding if we're going to keep a Khaki Campbell male or a Cayuga male. Most likely we're going to keep a Cayuga male, because those Cayugas are just gorgeous. Cayuga Drake. Sorry, Drake. But yeah, everybody's thriving, doing their thing. They dried back out from 2 days ago. And yeah, catch you on the next one. Oh, shuck it, duck it. I got a system. Oh, shuck it, duck it. Yeah. Crazy ducks. I got a system. So now I'm just sprinkling a little bit of that smell good. Excuse my finger in the way. A little bit smell good. A little bit smell good all over the place. A little bit smell good all over the place. And then boom. They've been up here too, so I had to go ahead and get that done today. I said I was gonna do it yesterday, but I did it today. But they was up that joint, 2 of my hens. So I guess when they start laying, that's what's gonna lay. but got to smell good in here. And oh, shucky ducky. Look at that. This thing is clean. Clean. So we sifted. I have a big sifter coming tomorrow. A coop sifter. So I can just scoop it with one tool and then dump it out. But we sifted all of that. And this is, you know, stuff that clumped together. You know, and all the poop. Look at that. Look at all of that. What is wrong with y'all? Y'all came running. There's something in the sky. It's just a plane. They took off too. Where my little ones go? Come on, duck, duck. I guess the plane's scared them. Yeah, because there ain't nothing else going on. Oh, suck it up. I got my drink done. Yeah, I'm so hype about that. So my coop is at a good place. You know, all I need to do now is close the door and then spray off this mat, because they did walk up here yesterday and get some poo-poo on there. So just close my door and then spray off my mat and we're good to go. Go dump that over in the compost over there. The water that they fertilize in, you know, we put that around on flowers and stuff like that, and use it that way. But yeah, let me get to it. I'm trying to wind down for the day, but homestead life. Sitting out back with my wife, and I was like, oh, tree done came down. I thought the tree came down on the back end of the property, but nope. We just had to cut this thing out the rear way of the driveway so she can run to the store real quick. Look at that thing. We walk around there. Walk up the middle of the field, baby. Go up the middle of the field. Yeah. Had to cut this thing out. This thing just came down. Had to cut out the way of the driveway. Tell me saying, well, we got some more work. Add to the bucket list, you know. It's a never-ending thing here. Never-ending thing. Ha! So we're out here checking, you know, for any other falling trees, and then we're finding pieces that came off of that tree way over there. Here, I mean, this stuff exploded way out here, man. Way out here. And definitely, I think lightning hit it. The day we were out getting some dinner. And that's not much I can really do about it, other than the tree's most likely going to have to come down, which it is what it is. But just kind of taking care of business, you know. You can see when it flooded, man, it washed all types of stuff up. So because the fly bags, I think we were talking about fly bags when I was talking about the tree. The fly bags, I can't really leave it up to just that. I decided that I was going to give 707 a try. It's 707 multi-fly. And you know, I got some. There it goes. I got some 707. I've been giving it to the horses for maybe about a week now. I have definitely noticed inside of their poop, the number of flies that will be on their poop has reduced greatly. So I'm going to continue to purchase that and get that 707 into them. And then I'm going to look to see if they have 707 for sheep and cows too, just to have it on my list, because we are going to run some cows here at some point. We are going to run sheep here at some point. And we are going to run some goats here, as well as the coonies. But one of the major things that I've been doing is, trying to accomplish everything within a year, and this is totally the wrong mindset. I'm starting to slow down and actually think about those things in the future. So just talking about what we got going on. So far, we got a really good jump. I think we have more of a realistic jump than a lot of other homesteaders that I see come into this thing and just get animal on top of animal on top of animal and really can't care for all the animals that they get. We've had horses. We've inherited these horses. So I've been taking care of these horses going on 2 years now. And I think I'm doing a great job. I definitely need to get a farrier out here. These horses are wild. I still can't get really close to this guy here. This guy here, this is Superstar, but Superstar has come a long way. He's really trusting us. Gets even closer to me when it's just me here. My daughter's here. He does respect the space and give us the space. Corky, on the other hand, Corky is just like a giant dog. He really loves the attention and being in here. But I'm going to have to get a vet out here. I think this guy got a couple teeth that need to be pulled, and I'm quite certain that these guys haven't had any type of vet care in who knows how long. Now, do I do it, or do I just let them be? They've been this way for so long. I don't want to do anything and then the vet be like, to be honest with you, you got to put these guys down. If it's something serious enough, I'll do it. But I think, just some minor vet care, for these guys, I think they'll be okay. He just wants some loving right now. So he's just like a giant dog. He just wants some loving. I think they'll be okay to live out the rest of their lives the way they are, and go from there. The other thing that we've taken on this year was we started our garden boxes, and we got our garden boxes up and running, and they really have been producing for us. And with them being producers for us, we've got a good mixture of what we're going to do with our hugelkultur mounds. We did the same exact thing inside of those garden boxes. The limbs, the leaf litter, the grass clipping. There's a mushroom farm not too far from us, so we even use mushroom compost. And then we just kind of put dirt. We bought cheap dirt, Miracle-Gro, dollar store dirt, all types of just cheap dirt. And we got that into the boxes and got it all mixed up. Some old straw, some old hay. And we've really been producing. We've been picking tomatoes constantly the last, 3-4 days? A lot of tomatoes. Pickles, lettuces, peppers, bell peppers, flowers, all types of stuff have been growing and producing for us. So I think we have a good idea of what we need to do there. So our hugelkultur mounds that are over this way, they're giant. This winter and this fall, I would just be getting loads and loads and loads of the mushroom compost and getting it on there. We got fertilizer from the horses on there. Then I have another compost over there with duck droppings all the duck bedding that we used. And that stuff will go over to the hugelkultur mounds as well. And we'll begin to get that ready for next year. But as far as like animal wise, I took on ducks this year, and with the ducks this year, we are a few days away from actually harvesting our first few ducks. I do want to try plucking one to keep the skin in order to render the fat, and then the other I think I'm just gonna just straight out skin it. You know, you want to be on camera, dude? There you go. The others, I'm just gonna straight out skin them. That way they can, I can get those into the freezer and get them out the way for the other ducks. Because one of the biggest issues that we have right now is with the drakes. The drakes are really going after, I can't say really, the drakes are they are going after the little ducks here and there, but I don't think it's a big enough issue for me to like really just freak out. But I do have 3 drakes out of the pecans that I'm going to harvest here soon and take care of business with that. Yeah, other than that, I'm just grinding out, man. Just grinding out, trying to handle business as business comes and make sure I'm doing my best or the best of my ability to take care of everything we got going on. It's like a giant dog. But, just to see the progress of everything that we've done over the year and a half, maybe 2 years, with this paddock here, that paddock there, taking care of the horses, getting them back up to what I feel is the ideal health for what they are. These guys, they're just old farm horses. They used to run this property and that property when Uncle Sonny was here. And then Uncle Sonny was getting ill and he wanted to make sure that we can raise our children here. And, he granted us the ability to be able to do so by gifting us this land. Because, he asked me a couple questions. If I don't, one of the main things I think what stuck with him is say, yeah, I'm doing it right. He asked me, if I don't give you this land, what are you going to do? And I honestly told him, if you don't give me this land, I'm going to get me some land. I'm going to raise my children on a farm and get back to the old way of doing things. Because I really felt like, or feel like this is where my heart has been leading me for so many years. And it's crazy to see the amount of people who say, I remember when you was a kid, you say you was gonna have a farm at some point. And look at where you are now. And I say, no, don't look at where I'm at now. Look at God. God did all this for us. God provided for us. God set us up for greatness. Look how God kept us, because we kept obedient to His word, even in the hard times when things were like so difficult. Like we wanted to quit, we wanted to stop, we wanted to just give up, but we persevered and we pushed through, and God really looked out for us. And then even with just taking on the stewardship or caring for it's amazing how both of these guys look now. When I first started taking care of them, you could see rib cages, you could see a giant dip in their backs. They were skinny, no muscle formation to their faces or their hind ends or anything of that sort. And if you don't believe me, just go back and look at the videos. That's the thing, I document everything. I make so many videos because there are so many liars in this world, and so many procrastinators, and so many people who are faux that pretend to be friend. And I document everything because the proof is in the pudding. If I say something, I do something, and I live it out to the best of my abilities. And because I do so, and I be obedient to God and His word, and I stay faithful to His word and being obedient to His command, God really has directed me into a space to be able to do these things. I mean, all of this lumber here, I got lumber to build something else if I want to, but came from that feed shack. Remember the feed shack that was down there? I don't need the feed shack anymore. What I need is hay storage now. So I'll be building some hay storage over here in the middle of or in the beginning of my garden orchard. I want to do a 10 by 10 building, and then do 10 foot by 10 foot front, 8 foot back slope. And I'm gonna put that building over here. I'm gonna put it right there, and it's a nice central location. One of my next burns is going to be to burn this out. Once I burn this out, I'll be making a hay feeder here, and then this hay feeder that's over there, I need to trim this or cut this tree down until the size of a post that we're going to run. And then once I cut that post in, I'll be moving that hay feeder over to this corner, so when I pull the hay out of the hay thing, I can just load it into the hay feeders right here and right there, and go that way. But that's what we got going on. All glory be to God for this and everything that He's given me a vision to do, and the ability to keep good strength and good health in order to take care of all of this. I mean, remember, it was no grass here. All of this is weeds, man. We're still combating the weeds, but the amount of weeds compared to grass, I mean, remember, all of that was weeds, and now we just got a little bit of weeds here and all of this grass all around it. So we really are taking care of or being good stewards over this stuff. And I really don't have much more to say about it other than thank you, Abba. You're going to constantly hear me say thank you, Abba, because He's granted me the ability to be able to do all this and the visions to be able to carry this out. It's all of Him. It's none of me. It's all of Him. So much love, much respect, man. I think I must shut it down for the day. Just kind of relax for the rest of the day. Catch you on the next one.